So hello students, we are there at lecture number 7 of a trigonometric function. In a previous lecture we have seen properties of inverse trigonometric function. We have seen what is principal value of a function, and with that we have seen what is a range and domain of a inverse trigonometric function. Not only that, we have solved problems on that. So before starting today, let us quickly revise the property part of inverse trigonometric function and then proceed further. So here we start with the property number 1. So we start with the property number 1, that every sine inverse of 1 upon x equal to cosec inverse of 1 upon x. There are definitely conditions which are there with us, that minus 1 is between x is between minus 1 and 1. In fact, not only that, that x cannot be equals to 0. The second one, cos inverse of x, sine inverse of x. Similarly, cos inverse of x equal to sec inverse of 1 upon x. Once again, x is between minus 1 and 1, and x cannot be equals to 0. Property 1, under that third, we have a tan inverse of x, which is equals to cot inverse of 1 upon x, and this shows x must be greater than 0. That is for property number 1. Then property number 2, that is sine inverse of minus x, that is x between number 2, tan inverse of minus x equal to minus tan inverse of x. X belongs to R. Number 3, cosec inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse of x, where mod x is greater than equals to 1. Then property 3, under that first, will be cos inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. Number 2, sec inverse of minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. And number 3, cot inverse of minus x equals to pi minus cot inverse of x. So once again the conditions are there, that x is between minus 1 and 1. Here mod x is greater than equals to 1, and here x belongs to set of R, a real number. The next one, property number 4. So sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi upon 2, where the condition that x is between minus 1 and 1. Number 2, sec inverse x plus cosec inverse of x equal to pi upon 2 mod x is greater than equals to 1. Number 3, when tan inverse x plus cot inverse of x equal to pi upon 2, where x belongs to R. Then property number 5 is there. So as per property number 5, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. The condition x greater than 0, y greater than 0 and xy is less than 1. Number 2, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to pi plus tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. X greater than 0, y greater than 0 and xy greater than 1. Third one, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Now here also a very straightforward condition. Out of this property 5, this number 1 and number 3 are quite useful. So tan inverse x minus tan inverse y will be equals to. So this is the last time we are revising these all properties. Here onwards we will only solve questions on that, since there is no man-to-man contact we have. Normally what we have all case study in the writing. That's why I am revising at the start of every lecture. Then property number 6, and these all are like sine of sine inverse x equal to x till all trigo ratios, that is cot of cot inverse x will be equal to x. They have different conditions, but that's we already discussed in previous part. So if you just check previous video, you will get all this idea about the conditions. Similarly, property number 7, sine inverse of sine y equal to y, cos inverse of cos y equal to y, till the things get over at cot inverse of cot y, and all these are equals to y. These all are 7 properties which we will be using. So let's start with the questions further. Now today we will first see exercise 3.3. Exercise 3.3, once exercise 3.3 get over, yes, once exercise 3.3 get over, after that we will continue with the few questions from the miscellaneous also. So here we are going to start with the part of this particular thing. So here we start with the problems. Here we have first problem of today's lecture number 7. So this shows sin x equal to 3 by 5. Now we have cos square x plus sin square x equal to 1. So 3 by 5 will be go then there, that is a 9 upon 25. And this gives me cos of x equals to 4 upon 5. And this shows cos of x value with us, which from where we have started, let this is be number 1. Similarly, cos inverse of 12 upon 13 equals to some value y. This shows cos y equals to 12 upon 13. Now we have cos square y plus sin square y equal to 1. So 12 upon 13 the whole square plus sin square y equals to 1. This shows sin square y equals to 1 minus. Now 12 upon 13 the whole square will shift on the right side. Now 12 cos square, that will be 144. 13 cos square, that will be 169. So we get sin square y equals to 25 upon 169. And this shows sin y equals to 5 upon 13. Now what we have considered cos inverse of 12 by 13, let me take this as number 2. Now consider sin x plus y. So what is the formula of sin a plus b will be sin a cos b cos a into sin b. I think all values are ready with us. So sin x plus y equal to sin x. Sin x will be 3 by 5 cos y cos y, that will be 12 by 13 cos x 4 by 5 and sin y will be 5 upon 13. So sin x plus y equals to, now 12 3s are 36 and 5 13s are 65. So it has 36 upon 65. 4 5s are 20 and 5 3s are 13 5s are 65. So 65 is the same base. 36 plus 20 will be 56. So my answer on the right side will be 56 by 65. So I am going to now shift the sign on that side. Shifting, that means actually taking the inverse trigonometric function. So it is going to turn as sin inverse of 56 upon 65. Now at the same time, if you go to the initial part of the question, from equation 1 and 2 you come across what are the values of x and y. So value of x is sin inverse of 3 by 5 and value of y is cos inverse of 12 by 13. So let me substitute this x as, that is sin inverse of 3 by 5 and plus cos inverse of 56 by cos inverse of 12 by 13, and that is equal to nothing but sin inverse of 56 upon 65. So that's my required result. Let's have a quick recap of the question. So that's exercise 3.3, example 3. Under that 3, you have to prove some result with us, that is sin inverse of 3 by 5 plus cos inverse of 12 by 13 equal to sin inverse of 56 by 65. Let sin inverse of 3 by 5 equal to x. Just give me sin x equal to 3 by 5. We have cos square x plus sin square x equal to 1. Sin x is 3 by 5, the whole square will shift on the other side. We get cos x is 4 by 5. Then next one, cos inverse of 12 by 13 we have taken as a y, equation number 2. From there we got cos y. With cos y we apply formula cos square y plus sin square y equal to 1. We got a sin y as a 5 upon 13. We got sin inverse की assumption x लेके sin x, वहाँ से cos x, cos inverse 12 by 13 को y, वहाँ से cos y और फिर sin y. Now consider sin x plus y formula. Now this is one of the doubt which asked by many students, sir, how it has struck to you to use sin x plus y. So I want all of you to think for a few seconds or at least for a few minutes. You can just pause video and just think over it why it is like that. At this moment you can pause video and think over it. Anyways, time limitations are there, I will answer it. Now look at a sin x plus y. The reason behind that if you observe carefully, this sin x plus y on the next side becomes sin inverse, and that is a requirement of problem, sin inverse of 56 by 65. The second question comes to mind, why only x plus y, why not x minus y? Answer is there for that also, because if you see the requirement once again, there is a plus sign between them. Sin inverse चाहिए इसलिए sin लिया और प्लस चाहिए इन दोनों के बीच में, इसलिए x प्लस y लिया. तो ये बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेप हम कह सकते हैं इस पूरे सम की, कि sin x प्लस वाई ही क्यों कंसिडर किया गया है. तो उसका बहुत ही ये सिंपल आंसर है, बट समझ में नहीं आता बहुत से लोगों को करना क्या है, तो इसलिए आपको बता रहा हूँ. और sin x प्लस वाई, sin x cos y प्लस cos x sin y सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं, और x प्लस वाई की वैल्यू आपके पास आ चुकी है sin इनवर्स ऑफ 56 बाई 65, x from the initials, y also from initial consideration. That's what a question is. Total form of question for any exam, if it comes, kindly pay attention. Go to the next question please. So we have a next question, that is cos inverse of 3 by 5 plus cos inverse of 4 by 5 equals to pi by 2. See how I'm going to, which property I'm going to apply over here. So from property number 4 there is number 1. So you can just pause video for some time, can go back nearby 8 minute or 9 minute where we are carrying the revision part. उस टाइम स्लॉट पर जाके रुकाइए, और वहाँ मैंने प्रॉपर्टी 4 में एक्सप्लेनेशन किया है नंबर 1. अगर आप देखिए तो sin inverse x plus cos inverse x, remember, is equals to pi upon 2, provided my x should be between the -1 and 1. So this is the property we have. But now you might be wondering why you are showing us this, because neither of this term is a sine, neither a same axis on the both sides. So that's what we going to do. ये हमारा काम है. एक तो किसी एक cos को sin में कन्वर्ट करना, उतना ही नहीं, दोनों एंगल भी, दोनों वैल्यूज भी सेम करना, मतलब दोनों जगह x होना चाहिए. आप देख सकते हैं प्रॉपर्टी को गौर करें तो दोनों जगह x होना चाहिए. ये रहा इसका एक मेथड जो मैं यहाँ आपको सॉल्व करके बताने वाला हूँ. दूसरा मेथड, इस सम के लिए भी और प्रीवियस सम के लिए भी, सभी रेशियोज को tan में कन्वर्ट करें, और एक बार tan में कन्वर्ट कर लिया तो प्रॉपर्टी 5 का इस्तेमाल कर ले. यूनिफॉर्म मेथड है, कोई चेंजेस नहीं. समझ गए आप मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? यूनिफॉर्म मेथड, सबको tan में कन्वर्ट करो और प्रॉपर्टी 5 का इस्तेमाल करो, tan इनवर्स x प्लस tan इनवर्स 5. क्वेश्चन लेंदी होगा पर आंसर पक्का है. तो मैं अभी आपको थोड़ा सा आसान मेथड बता देता हूँ. यहाँ देखिए कैसे कर सकते हैं हम. सो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड cos inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 4 by 5. Let cos inverse 3 by 5 equals to x. This shows cos x equal to 3 by 5. Let left hand side be taken as 1. Let this is be number 2. So we have a relation sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. Now what is the cos x is? So 3 by 5, the whole square will shift on that side, become 9 by 25. So we got x value as a sine inverse of 4 by 5. So from 2 and 3, we got a value of cos inverse of 3 by 5 equals to sine inverse of 4 by 5. Now substitute 4 in equation 1. So left hand side somewhere turn like this. Sine inverse of 4 by 5 plus cos inverse of 4 by 5, on which is शत प्रतिशत pi by 2. Since the property is followed now, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi upon 2. In fact, 4 by 5 is approximately 0.8, which is between -1 and 1. So we have a quick recap of the question. क्वेश्चन एक बार देख ले. क्वेश्चन शुरुआत हुआ था कुछ ऐसे, cos inverse of 3 by 5 plus cos inverse of 4 by 5 equal to pi by 2 we have to show. So I'll start only. I have shown you the logic for the question. The property which I am going to apply is sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi upon 2. Let me start. Let cos inverse of 3 by 5 equals to x. So cos x equal to 3 by 5. We have a relation sin inverse x plus cos square x equal to 1. So sin square x plus cos x value 3 by 5. On solving we get sin x is 4 by 5. If sin x is 4 by 5, x is sin inverse of 4 by 5. No question about that. So x what we have considered was cos inverse 3 by 5 and x what we got is cos sin inverse 4 by 5. वापस एक बार देखिएगा, x जो मैंने कंसिडर किया था हमने cos inverse 3 by 5 है और x जो हमें आया हुआ है वो sin inverse of 4 by 5 है. तो ये दोनों जो x है आपके cos inverse 3 by 5 और sin inverse 4 by 5, इन दोनों को इक्वेट करते हैं और इक्वेट करने के बाद जो हमें इक्वेशन मिलता है वो कुछ इस तरह है, cos inverse of 3 by 5 equal to sin inverse of 4 by 5. सो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के जिस एक पुर्जे को हमने x लेकर काम किया था वो अभी sin inverse of 4 by 5 बन गया है or substitute 4 in equation number 1. So sine inverse of 4 by 5 plus cos inverse of 4 by 5 equals to pi by 2, which is right hand side, and that is my required answer. Let's go to the next question. I hope question is easy, understood. Let's go to the next question. So example 3, under that 5, tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 3, which is equals to pi upon 4. So the property which I'm going to apply over here, first I'll be writing for you tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Now there are two properties under that. If you go to property number 5, you will find out under property number 5, number 1 and number 3 gives you idea about tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So you can apply any one of them. ऐसा लगता हो तो गलत है, क्योंकि यहाँ कंडीशन बहुत मायने रखती है. आप देखते हैं, इससे हम x लेते हैं तो यहाँ x ग्रेटर देन 0 है 1/2, y ग्रेटर देन 0 है वो भी 1/3. अब जब 1/2 और 1/3 का प्रोडक्ट लेंगे तो 1/6 होगा, और जो 1/6 x इंटू वाई प्रोडक्ट, जैसे वापस समझिएगा, x 1/2 y 1/3 और एक्स वाई का प्रोडक्ट जो होगा वो 1/6, और ये 1/6 से ये 100% आपका लेस देन 1 है. तो इस केस में हम पहला रूल इस्तेमाल करेंगे, और जो रूल का आंसर क्या होता है, दिस इज tan इनवर्स ऑफ x प्लस वाई अपॉन 1 माइनस एक्स वाई. Here we start with left hand side. Tan inverse x प्लस tan इनवर्स y. अब x की जगह पर कौन है 1/2, और y की जगह पर कौन है 1/3. से x की तरह लेंगे और इसको y की तरह, तो ये होगा आपका tan इनवर्स ऑफ 1/2 प्लस 1/3 which is equals to tan inverse of 3 plus 2, that will be of 5/6. Six minus 1, that is 5/6. So 5/6 and 5/6 will give me 1 over here. And what is tan inverse of 1 is pi/4. Now let's go to the next question. 2 tan inverse of 1/3 equal to tan inverse of 3/4. So left hand side, this will be a 2 times of tan inverse of 1/3. This can be also written as tan inverse of 1/3 plus tan inverse of 1/3. So this can be taken as a x and it can be taken as a y. So x is greater than 0, no doubt about that. 1/3 greater than 0, y greater than 0. But if I take a product of x and y, so 1/3 into 1/3, 1/9, which is 100% less than 1. So once again we will be using the same property. अब वापस हम सेम प्रॉपर्टी इस्तेमाल करने वाले जो प्रीवियस सेक्शन में इस्तेमाल किया था. आपके लिए मैं राइट साइड पर इसे लिख देता हूँ. सो tan इनवर्स x प्लस tan इनवर्स y इक्वल टू tan इनवर्स ऑफ x प्लस y अपॉन 1 माइनस एक्स वाई. So tan inverse of one upon 3 plus 1/3, 1 minus 1/3 into 1/3. 8 upon 9 will shift as a 9 upon 8. 3. 2 4s are 8. And this is tan inverse of. So once again we can have a recap of the question. क्वेश्चन एक बार वापस एक बार देख ले. क्वेश्चन था 2 tan inverse of 1 upon 3 equals to tan inverse of 3 by 4. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से शुरुआत की जो है 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3. 2 tan inverse of 1 upon 3 को tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 3 लिखा गया. तो 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 upon 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is actually 2 by 3, and 1 minus 2 by 3 into this part will give you 1 minus 1 by 9, which is 8 by 9. 8 by 9 ऊपर जाके 9 by 8 हो गया और कैंसलेशन करके 3 by 4 बचा हुआ है. So that is what we have tan inverse of 3 upon 4, and that is LHS equals to RHS. I hope problem is clear to you. Go to the next question, please. So here we start. Tan inverse of 7th question. Tan inverse of cos theta plus sin theta upon cos minus sin. ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का ये क्वेश्चन इतना आसान है. आगे जाके when you will learn the topic of differentiation, you will learn the further steps. But in the trigo function, these problems are quite easy. So you just remember now, go to property number 5. So once again, according to your convenience, you can pause video and go for that 7th or 8th minute location. You find out property number 5 is explained to you. In that property number y, there is something called tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy equals to tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. There is another one, tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy equal to tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. इन दो प्रॉपर्टी में एक सिमिलरिटी आप देखेंगे. अब कब कहेंगे एक्स और वाई की टर्म नहीं, वो सिमिलरिटी नहीं है. आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ डिनोमिनेटर की फर्स्ट पोजीशन हमेशा 1 होती है. यहाँ भी गौर करें, डिनोमिनेटर की फर्स्ट पोजीशन आप देख सकते हैं हमेशा 1 होती है. अगर ये 1 होगी तभी ही आपको ये जो राइट साइड के टर्म्स है वो ऑब्टेंड होगी. तो जब भी tan इनवर्स का फॉर्मूला है समझ जाइए, आपको डिनोमिनेटर का फर्स्ट टर्म 1 लेकर आना है. In this type of sums, in this type of problems, now you have to remember one step. You always have to bring 1 on the first position of the denominator. So here we start with the problem. Left hand side. Tan inverse of cos theta plus sin theta upon cos theta minus sin theta. So this position is not 1. So the first thing is divide NMR numerator, DNR denominator by cos theta. cos upon cos will be 1, sin upon cos will be 10, cos upon cos will be 1, sin upon cos will be 10. And now if I observe carefully, I can treat this as tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy form, isn't it? And that will give me tan inverse x. So instead of x there is 1 present over here, and instead of y there is a tan theta, that is tan inverse of tan theta. Now all of us know about one thing, that tan of 45 is 1. This shows pi upon 4 equals to tan inverse of 1. So tan inverse of 1 equals to pi upon 4. And tan inverse of tan theta, if you see the property number 7, you come across answer as theta. So that is my right hand side. So see how easy question this was. As I discussed at the start of question, that in differentiation you will be going one step ahead of this, taking differentiation, but here in trigonometric function it's a quite relaxation. So before starting question, look at the background of the question, that first position of denominator must be 1. Now this first position of denominator is 1, so how we can bring it? Quite easy, very easy, बहुत आसान है. तो अगर 1 लेके आना है तो सम की शुरुआत कर देते हैं, और हम देख सकते हैं कि उस 1 की जगह पर जहाँ हमें 1 होना चाहिए, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ फर्स्ट पोजीशन ऑफ डिनोमिनेटर पर, उस फर्स्ट पोजीशन ऑफ डिनोमिनेटर में cos थीटा है. आप सबसे बेस्ट ऑपरेशन है, अगर आपको उस cos को साइन लेके आना है और cos को 1 लेके आना है तो cos से डिवाइड करते हैं. So divide numerator and denominator by cos theta. I divided by cos upon cos, first term we get 1. Second term sin upon cos we get 10. Denominator first term cos by cos is 1. Sin by cos is 10. So yes, purpose is served. Now we got 1 over here. हमें यहाँ 1 आ चुका है, और अब अगर 1 आ चुका है तो इन दोनों में से कोई एक फॉर्मूला होना चाहिए. इन दोनों में से अगर कोई एक फॉर्मूला है, ऐसा मानते हैं, तो हम देख सकते हैं एक फार्मूला में प्लस ऊपर माइनस नीचे, और दूसरे फार्मूला में माइनस ऊपर और प्लस नीचे. वैसे यहाँ प्लस ऊपर और माइनस नीचे है, और अगर प्लस ऊपर और माइनस नीचे ऐसा फंडा है तो हमने tan इनवर्स 1 का इस्तेमाल किया विथ प्लस tan इनवर्स ऑफ tan थीटा, और tan इनवर्स ऑफ 1 इज पाई बाई 4, tan inverse of tan theta is theta, that is equals to right hand side. So easy question, but kindly pay attention towards this. ये फार्मूला है हमारे प्रॉपर्टी 7 में. tan inverse of tan y मैंने लिख कर दिया है केस स्टडी में. tan inverse of tan y is y, उस y के जगह पर थीटा की तरह वेरिएबल है तो यहाँ थीटा लिख दिया. ये मेरा राइट हैंड साइड है, एंड दैट इज माई LHS इक्वल्स टू RHS. चलिए इसी बेसिक्स के आधार पर एक इसी पार्ट का एक दूसरा क्वेश्चन कर लेते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो tan इनवर्स ऑफ 1 माइनस cos थीटा अपॉन 1 प्लस cos थीटा, and this is equals to theta upon 2. So left hand side, root of 1 minus cos theta तो कुछ फॉर्मूला जान ले. 1 माइनस cos x इक्वल टू 2 sin square x by 2. 1 plus cos x equal to 2 cos square x by 2. 1 minus cos theta. Oh, sorry, we just forgot. It's a tan inverse. This is 2 cos square theta by 2, theta by 2. So tan inverse of sin square upon cos square tan square theta by 2. This shows tan inverse of tan theta by 2, and this is nothing but theta by 2. Now that's what the required answer is. LHS equals to RHS. ये अपना प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 7 है. क्या है वो प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 7 का रूल? tan inverse of tan y is always equals to y. So here we are finished with the exercise problem which are there in the textbook. But on top of that, there are some very nice questions in the miscellaneous. So if you compare previous year's syllabus, there's all questions are there in textual exercises. So though the exercises are reduced considerable, but we can expect that any questions from miscellaneous, yes, I mean it, any question from the miscellaneous can come for your exams. The students are now, initially I told that there are very few mark questions, but looking at the size of the exercises and with considerable reduce, you have to solve all miscellaneous questions which are not differ from that. In fact, that will be a very good practice for you also of a whole topic, because all questions from all exercises are taken. There are some good questions also. So today as well as in the next coming lectures, we'll take this question from miscellaneous. Now here we have a jumble of all the 4 types. Yeah, so question from principal solution, general solution, question from polar and Cartesian coordinate, relation between sine cosine rule, their application part, inverse trigonometric function, principal value, range domain, any mixed question can be there. So here we are start with the first question with usual notation. Prove that sine a minus b upon sine a plus b is equal to. So see how we going to work upon this. So left hand side, sine a minus b upon sine a plus b. Now all of us know in triangle ABC, sum of all angles of triangle is 180. This shows a plus b equals to pi minus c. Taking sine angle on both sides, we get sine 180 minus theta, and that is equal to sine theta, sine c. This will be a sine a minus b. Now sine a plus b will be equals to sine c. Let's apply formula for sine a minus b. Sine a cos b cos a sine b whole divided by sine c. Now all of us know about a sine rule. As per sine rule, a upon sine a, b upon sine b, c upon sine c equal to k. So if I ask you what is a sine a, it will be a by k. Sine b equals to b by k, and sine c equals to c upon k. So sine a will be a by k, cos b by transformation formula a square plus c square minus b square upon 2ac, cos a by transformation formula b square plus c square minus a square upon 2bc into sine b will be a b upon k, sine c will be a c upon k, So this C and this A and A get cancelled. This B and B get cancelled. In fact, 1 upon k can be taken common from the numerator, and what we are left with is a square plus c square minus b square upon 2c, b square plus c square minus a square upon 2c whole divided by c upon k. So this kk also get cancelled. Now taking 2c as a LCM, we get a square plus c square minus b square minus b square minus c square plus a square upon c. So here c square and c square get cancelled. Now a square and a square will be a 2a square. B square will be minus 2b square whole divided by 2c upon c. I think we can take 2 common. Here a square minus b square. So 2 and 2 also get cancelled. So this a square minus b square upon c, the whole divided by c, can be also written as so here we are with the usual notation to that sin a minus b upon sin a plus b equals to a square minus b square the whole divided by c square, sin a minus b upon sin a plus b. Now sin a plus b is a sin c, sin a cos b cos a sin b, sin a plus b sin c. We have written by this, but I don't think that is required. If you observe the type 3, in that we have given angles of triangle, in that we have given a formula. Then after that sine rule we apply. So we got sin a as a by k, sin b as a b by k, b by k, cos b by transformation formula, cos a by transformation formula, sin c as a c by k, sin c as a c by k. So I have taken 1 upon k common from the numerator. This k in the denominator of numerator, don't get confused. 1 upon k in the numerator and 1 upon k in the denominator get cancelled. Possible cancellation: a square plus a square 2a square, b square and b square 2b square upon 2c the whole divided by c, 2 common. So a square minus b square upon c the whole divided by c. This shows a square minus b square upon c square is the required answer. Let's go to the next question. So example number 7. In triangle ABC, prove that a minus b the whole square into cos square c by 2 plus a plus b square sin square c by 2, which is equals to c square. So left hand side, a minus b the whole square into cos square c by 2 a plus b square sin square c by 2, which is equals to c square. So let's have an expansion of a minus b square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab into cos square c by 2. Expansion of a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab So first I'll multiply with a square plus b square to cos square c by 2, and then with minus 2ab to cos square c by 2. Then I'm going to multiply a square plus b square with sin square c by 2 and 2ab with sin square c by 2. So look at what I'm going to get. This will be, say, a square plus b square cos square c by 2 minus 2ab cos square c by 2. Then a square plus b square with this. So a square plus b square into sin square c by 2 plus 2ab sin square c by 2. So these two terms having a square plus b square I'll be writing together. So a square plus b square cos square c by 2 on a square plus b square sin square c by 2, and term which don't have this means the terms have 2ab we are writing together, so term number 2 and term number 4. So minus 2ab cos square c by 2 plus 2ab sin square c by 2. So we'll take a square plus b square as a common factor, and cos square c by 2 plus sin square c by 2 comes in a bracket. Now minus 2ab we take in a bracket, I mean to say common, and we get cos square c by 2 minus sin square c by 2. Now we know that every cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to where theta belongs to set of all real numbers, and cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2 is equals to cos of x. So this is a square plus b square into 1 minus 2ab. Now cos square c by 2 minus sin square c by 2, that will be equal to cos c. This shows a square plus b square minus 2ab cos of c. So this is one of the statement of our projection rule, and which can be written as a c square. So if it is not strike to you in exams, you can use the transformation formula for a cos c, and if you substitute that transformation formula, finally you come across c square as your answer. So we'll have a quick recap of the question. So example number 7, in triangle ABC we have to prove that a minus b square into cos square c by 2, a plus b square sin square c by 2 equals to c square. LHS a minus b square cos square c by 2, a plus b square sin square c by 2. First I have performed that a minus b square expansion. Pay attention. A square b square minus 2ab. Then a plus b square expansion, a square b square plus 2ab. With a square plus b square I multiply cos square c by 2, and with minus 2ab I multiply cos square c by 2. A square plus b square multiply with sin square c by 2 plus 2ab into sin square c by 2. So a square plus b square cos square c by 2, that is the first term. That is the first term. And same a square plus b square sin square c by 2, that is the third term. So I can take a square plus b square wala both terms together, and minus 2ab wala both terms together. So I can take minus 2ab common. I can take a square plus b square common. If I take a square plus b square common, we get cos square c by 2 plus sin square c by 2, that is 1. And then cos square c by 2 minus sin square c by 2. Now this is the formula. Cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2 is a cos x. So this is written as a cos c. A square plus b square into 1 will be the same term, minus 2ab cos c. So this is the formula from the I said a projection rule, this is the formula from the cosine rule. So we can straight away write down the answer for the cosine rule, that c square is the answer, or else we can use the transformation formula for cos c, and finally we come across same output, and that is c square. I hope question is clear to you. क्वेश्चन फिर एक बार देख ले पूरी तरह. आपको समझने के लिए मैं यहाँ साइड में लिख कर रखता हूँ. ये जो सी स्क्वायर आया हुआ है ये कोसाइन रूल से आया हुआ है. I will go to the next question. In triangle ABC, if cos A equal to sin B minus cos C, then show that it is a right angle triangle. See how we are going to work on that. Cos A equals to sin B minus cos C. So cos A plus cos C equals to sin B. Now cos A plus cos C will be here 2 times cos of A plus C by 2 into cos of sin B. We can treat this as the formula of a sin x, and that can be written as 2 sin x upon 2 into cos x upon 2. So क्यों ना जो sin b को भी हम लिख सकते हैं 2 sin b by 2 into cos b by 2 फॉर्मूला के तौर पर. From both sides 2 get cancelled. Now once again we'll go to the formulas of angles of triangle. Yes, so angles of triangles याद करते ही पहले याद आता है a plus b plus c equal to pi. a plus c एक जगह रखकर we'll shift b on the other side. Let me divide throughout by 2. And if I now take the cos angle on both sides, cos a plus c by 2 equal to cos of pi upon 2 minus b upon 2, and that is nothing but sin of b upon 2. So cos a plus c by 2 can be written as a sin of b by 2 into cos of, which is equal to sin b by 2 into cos b by 2. There is a cancellation of sin b by 2, and we are left with cos a minus c upon 2, which is equals to cos b upon 2. If cos x equal to cos y, then x is also equal to y. This shows a minus c equals to b. This shows a equal to b plus c. Now on adding a on both the sides, a plus a equal to a plus b plus c, which is twice of a, and that is 180 degree, and this shows a equal to 90 degree, and this shows that this this triangle ABC is a right angle at A. So here we have one more time a recap of question. See what is the question been given. In triangle ABC, if cos A equal to sin B minus cos C, then show that it is a right angle triangle. So cos A sin B minus cos C I shift on the other side. 2 cos A plus C by 2 into cos A minus C by 2. So on shifting terms here and there, I can see that a value sin B by 2 get cancelled on the both sides. Now how we got sin B? First of all, by sin x formula. How we got cos A plus C by 2 as a sin B by 2. So ये भी प्रूव करके दिया, ज़रूरत तो नहीं है ऐसे कुछ, ये एंगल्स ऑफ ट्राइंगल है. Sin B by 2 also get cancelled on both sides. Now we are left with the cos A minus C by 2 equal to cos B by 2. So cos x equal to cos y. This shows x equal to y. So A minus C equal to B. Further give me A equals to B plus C minus C shifted on the other side. On adding A on both the sides, A plus A is A plus B plus C. 2A equal to 180. How we got 180? Sum of all angles of triangle is 180. So A is 90. This shows triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. देखिएगा फॉर्मूलाज का कैसा इस्तेमाल किया. मैं गए 3 से 4 वीडियो लेक्चर्स में ये बात कर रहा हूँ कि फॉर्मूला सिर्फ लिखना ही ज़रूरी नहीं है, उनको समझना और उनके एप्लीकेशन को सीखना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. तो आने वाले लेक्चर्स में हम इन ट्रिगो फार्मूलाज का और अच्छा इस्तेमाल करेंगे, अच्छा इस्तेमाल सीखेंगे. और कोशिश करता हूँ आपके पास बहुत सा समय है कि आप इन एक्सरसाइज के बाद मिसलेनियस एक्सरसाइज को भी पूरी तरह सॉल्व करें. बिकॉज देयर आर मेनी नाइस क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम मिसलेनियस. यू कैन डेफिनेटली एक्सपेक्ट देम फॉर योर थ्योरी पेपर्स. सो आने वाले दिनों में हम अगला जो ट्रिगो फंक्शन का जो सेक्शन है हमारा, उस ट्रिगो फंक्शन के सेक्शन में हम सम्स कंटिन्यू करेंगे. और मैं चाहूँगा आप सभी चारों टाइप का जो कि स्टडी मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया उसको एक बार रीड कर लेंगे, उसको एक बार देख लेंगे और हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. सो stay tuned with our lectures. Be connected. Work hard, study hard because it's a really great time you are getting at home. No traveling as such. Work on that and try to solve maximum now. So stay tuned for the next lecture. Thanks students.